All right, we have like 2 minutes, so
Okay.
I'm going to do an off script for you. This is a quick one because we can do as much or as little as we want. Okay, well, earlier in the show, I chatted about the Ford Motor Company, right?
Right.
And their quality journey, and it got me to thinking specifically about the shareholder relations to this and what that means. It got me to think about the things that matter and the effects, the cause and the effects of quality, and what really impacted and are affected by what it means to be a quality organization. So I want to play a little game with you.
Okay.
All right. I want you to rank.
42.
No, it's a 1 to 5 scale. You know, it's a Likert
right.
scale, man. 42 is just way off. All right. So I want you to rank. Then with whatever detail you want to provide, the relative importance of the following things that's needed to be a quality organization. Use a 1 to 5 scale.
Okay.
1 the least important, 5 the most important. Okay. All right. So these are the ranks for things that want to be a quality organization. Financial performance, including stock price. So where is that in the realm of importance for a quality organization, as an output or as an input?
I think it has to be up there. I'd say 4.
4. Okay, that's
Yeah.
pretty high.
Yeah,
so
it's pretty high.
Well more than the middle.
Right.
As that's more of an output of what a quality organization
Right,
is in that
right.
case. Okay, good. I would tend to agree with that. Customer service.
5, because that drives everything.
Okay. But is that all always within control? I mean, sometimes you can offer great customer service, but you wouldn't necessarily get the output of that because some people are never satisfied. You make it a bad Yelp, review anyway. I mean, is that an echo chamber that matters or not?
I
think customer service in and of itself is just a good
I
thing?
think you've got to give good customer, particularly in today's market, you got to give good customer service, and that drives the bottom line.
Okay.
I mean, particularly more now than ever, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about leadership and culture? These are all going to be fives,
Leadership
aren't
and
they?
I think leadership and culture has to be a 4 or 5. Yeah. Yeah.
Because it
Because-
drives everything as well.
It drives everything as well. I mean, we were talking earlier about media companies, and we won't name them, but culture at a media company. And this is maybe responsible for some of the stuff that we're seeing in the news recently in terms of sexual harassment and that sort of stuff. So culture drives. Whatever's at the top trickles down to the bottom. So if you've got a good culture, no matter what it is, whether it's related to work ethic or caring about the customer or whatever, that trickles down.
But does that affect it for all companies? I mean, in other words, for some industries, and actually Fox News is a good example. We were talking about this. I mean, the users didn't perceive that as an issue. I mean, they didn't perceive any harassment that would be going on as an issue that affected the quality of what they wanted from the organization. So in terms of being a quality organization, many people would say they're a great quality organization, they give me everything I want, even though their culture internally was not a good one. So is that totally a 5, or is there a little gray area in that?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's some complexity there.
Yeah.
Well, let's just do one more. Engaged workforce, the engagement of having your people really be on the bus and do what you want them to do, and
that probably depends on what your company does. I'd say it has to at least be a 3, but most likely a 4, because I can't think of pretty much any company where if the employees aren't engaged, meaning care about what they're doing, involved in, where that can have anything but a negative effect. Right?
See, I would argue it'd be definitely a 4, maybe even a 5, because in that case, I think that you can actually overcome a little bit of the leadership and culture stuff, because the employees, the people that are engaged in customer-facing activities, can really pull that up a little bit in terms of what. And again, when I say quality organization, really from the perspective of the customers, the users
right. Which is a good point. You're right. And a lot of this is invisible. A lot of this may be invisible to the company. They may not think about it. But I'm not sure it's invisible.
They may be invisible in the short term, but not so much in the long term. Who knows?
Right. Exactly.
They eventually come out.
Yeah.
I had a few more, but maybe we'll revisit that kind of little game as we go forward. Those are fun.